Hey there, animal lovers. If you have a small furry friend, a hamster, you probably think they're easy pets to care for. But the truth is, these little guys are much more complex than they seem, and many things we do with the best intentions can actually harm them. In this video, we're going to dive into the most common mistakes and misconceptions. We'll uncover the secrets of the hamster world and show you what your hamster actually hates and what can be deadly for them. By the way, stick around until the very end. We'll reveal why those popular plastic hamster balls aren't fun toys at all, but a real danger to your pet. You'll be shocked. While you're watching, let us know in the comments what you named your hamster. We'd love to know. Let's get started. Hamsters have a sensitive psyche, and many actions that seem normal to us can cause them serious stress. You know, hamsters have incredibly sensitive hearing. For them, any loud noise, whether it's a vacuum cleaner, a blender, or even loud talking, sounds like a predator approaching. This causes immense fear and stress. That's why it's best to keep their cage in a quiet room, away from constant noise and high traffic areas. Hamsters are natural night owls. They sleep during the day and only become active at dusk. Waking them up in the middle of the day disrupts their natural sleep cycle. It's like waking you up in the middle of the night for a run. It's best to interact with your pet in the evening after they've woken up on their own. Hamsters have a very keen sense of smell, which they use for navigation because of their poor eyesight. Strong smells from perfumes, cleaning products, or air fresheners can be overwhelming. Scented bedding is also a bad idea. It can cause allergies and breathing problems. Try to use unscented products and keep them away from your hamster's home. Hamsters are highly territorial and don't like surprises. Any sudden change in their life, whether it's moving the cage or doing a full clean, can be very stressful. When you do a full clean, they lose their scent markers and feel like strangers in their own home. Instead of frequent deep cleans, it's better to spot clean regularly so you don't remove all their familiar scents. Many owners think their hamster might get lonely and try to get a cage mate. But hamsters are actually solitary and highly territorial animals. Two hamsters in one cage will almost always start fighting, which can lead to serious injuries and even death. The best choice is to keep one hamster per cage. Hamsters are born runners. In the wild, they run for several miles every night. If you put them in a tiny cage, they can't fulfill this natural need for exercise. This leads to stress, depression, obesity, and a constant desire to escape, like by biting the cage bars. Cage size is a huge factor. For Syrian hamsters, the minimum floor space should be around 40 by 20 inches, and for dwarf hamsters, at least 30 by 15 inches. When choosing a cage, remember one simple rule: the bigger, the better. Another critical point is bedding depth. Hamsters are burrowing animals, and their instinct is to dig and build tunnels. Plastic tubes can never replace natural burrowing, so the bedding should be at least 4 to 6 inches deep. Don't worry if you see your hamster push all the bedding into one corner. This doesn't mean they're unhappy. It means they're building their perfect home. This is completely normal and healthy behavior. To prevent them from walking on the bare cage floor, you can just add a little more bedding to the thinned-out areas. Now, let's talk about things that can be seriously harmful to your pet. At first glance, a wire wheel might seem normal, but it's actually a trap for hamsters. Their tiny feet can get caught in the holes, leading to sprains and fractures. Plus, a wheel that's too small forces them to arch their back, which is a sure path to serious spinal problems. Always choose a solid surface wheel of the right size, no less than 8 inches for dwarf hamsters and 10 to 12 inches for Syrians. Cotton or fluff bedding for nesting is one of the most common and dangerous myths. Even though it's sold in pet stores, it's extremely dangerous. If a hamster swallows it, it can cause a fatal intestinal blockage, and the long fibers can get wrapped around their limbs, cutting off circulation, which can lead to amputation. Instead, use specialized safe nesting materials from a pet store. Things like unbleached paper bedding or corncob fibers are made for this purpose and pose no threat. If you don't have anything like that, plain white unscented toilet paper is the simplest and safest option for a cozy nest. And here's the secret we promised to reveal. Many people think plastic balls are a great way for their hamster to get exercise, but they're actually a chamber of torture. They have poor ventilation, hamsters can't see where they're going, and their feet get caught in the air holes. This causes extreme stress and can lead to overheating and suffocation. For safe exercise outside the cage, use a playpen or a secure hamster-proofed room. Pine and cedar shavings release toxic chemicals called phenols. These build up in the cage and can cause serious respiratory problems. It's much safer to use aspen wood shavings or paper-based bedding. Many people believe hamsters are herbivores, but they're actually omnivores. They need both plant-based and animal-based protein. A diet of just seeds or just hay can lead to serious malnutrition, and too many treats or human foods can cause obesity. Choose a balanced diet mix and don't overfeed them. Another important tip, don't constantly top off the food dish. Hamsters can become picky eaters and only eat the good stuff. It's better to refill the dish every 2 to 3 days, only when it's completely empty. Some owners try to bathe their hamster in water, but this is a big mistake. Hamsters are very clean animals and groom themselves. Water can strip their fur of natural oils, leading to skin problems. On top of that, a hamster can go into shock and get a cold. To keep them clean, they need a sand bath. Important: only use specialized bathing sand, not chinchilla dust, which is too fine and harmful to their lungs, or clean children's play sand with no additives. To get rid of ammonia smell in the cage, simply find your hamster's pee corner and clean it out regularly, replacing the soiled bedding with fresh. Many toys and accessories in pet stores look appealing, but can be dangerous. Narrow plastic tunnels with poor ventilation can cause suffocation or cause your hamster to get stuck, and the sharp edges of the air holes can injure their paws. Use wide, smooth tunnels with good airflow. Flexible bridges with gaps can cause foot injuries. A hamster's tiny toes can get caught, and in a panic they might hurt themselves. To prevent this, fill the gaps with dried moss or paper. Leashes and harnesses are another dangerous item. Hamsters have very fragile bones and soft internal organs. A harness can cause them serious internal injuries. If you want your hamster to explore outside the cage, use a playpen or a secure enclosed area. We've only covered some of the dangers lurking for your little friend. If you want your hamster to live a long and happy life, always do your research and be attentive to their needs. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, and share it with your friends. And of course, tell us in the comments which of these facts surprised you the most. See you next time.